What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday. No idea what day this video is going up, but it's Friday for me, so happy Friday. We are here at the storage unit, and this is where my wife's Supra is currently parked. I'll explain why her car kind of moves around and why you see a couple different garages in these YouTube videos, but we're here to grab some pieces out of her car, and we have a little surprise for her that we're going to be working on today. So let's get started, and I'll explain all of it to you. So the reason we're here is to grab all of the plastics off of the dash. That's all of these pieces that go around the steering wheel and up near the center console. They all need to be repainted, and that is a very common issue for Series 1 Supras. And in this video, I'm also going to tell you guys about the Series 1 and Series 2 panels and why pretty much everyone has to repaint these at some point. So it's getting pretty dark. It might not look like it on camera, but it is pretty dark here. So I need to start getting these removed quick. I don't think the lighting in here is, there is a light bulb right there. So let me go turn that on and actually see how much light it gives me. And I am just gonna remove them in here. I'm not gonna take it to the house because I need a place to paint it. So let's see here. This is the light. It's on kind of a timer. So let's see how much light that gave me. That helped a little. Again, it looks brighter on camera. I got the new iPhone 13, so it captures things in the dark really well. So yeah, that gave me some extra light. So I'm gonna remove all the pieces. We're gonna take it over to the garage and start painting them. My least favorite part of removing those dash plastics is unplugging all the wiring harnesses from the back. I was trying to pull one of them off for a while, and my thumbnail just completely bent backwards. You see that white line going like horizontally across my nail? Yeah, it just like folded straight up, and it hurt so bad. I think I'll survive, but if y'all could throw a like on this video, it'd make me feel better. It's really dark, and of course, like I said, the iPhone 13 making it look much brighter out, but we've got all the pieces in the back of the Civic. Let's take them over to the garage.
Day 2.
All right, we are back at the house, and here's all of the dash pieces, and we are not gonna restore that one. I think we're just gonna leave that one as is. I can show you why in a little bit. But the reason we are doing this and the reason it's a surprise is because my wife just left for a business trip. She's gonna be gone for a few days, and she made kind of this joke comment when she left. She was like, maybe when I get back, my dash pieces will be restored. And I was like, I don't know. It's a lot of work. You know, I kind of played it off, but of course I'm gonna do it. I am gonna fully restore these. I'm gonna have it all put back together, and maybe I'll even pick her up from the airport in her Supra so I can get her reaction. So let's go ahead and get these over to the table one by one. We'll remove the accessories from some of them, like all those parts over there, and we'll get them ready for paint, and I'll show you the whole process. Oh, and I told you that I was going to talk about the garages. So this is a 2-car garage, and this is actually at my mom's house, and she has a beach house that she stays at a lot, so I get to use this garage for long periods of time throughout the year, which is really awesome because I have a 1-car garage. So if you ever see this floor, or if you ever see me working in the 2-car garage or in the driveway, this is actually my mom's house. I live pretty close down the street, like 5 minutes away. I have the 1-car garage where I store my Supra. If you ever see like that red Supra flag in the background, that's my garage. And then whenever we can't use this garage, we keep my wife's Supra at the storage unit. So that's kind of just explaining why you see so many different places in these videos. So the reason these have to be restored, and the reason that Series 1 panels are different than Series 2 is because on the Series 1, there's this weird rubber texture on the outside of them, and over time, it starts to soften up, and you can actually like scratch it with your fingernail. See that? And on the Series 2, they fixed this issue, and they also kind of changed the color of them. So on the Series 1, they're pretty black like this, and they have the rubber coating. And then on the Series 2, which was 97 and above, they changed them to more of a dark gray, and they removed that coating, so it's just a straight up plastic piece. Those ones are much more valuable than these. So that's why these have to be restored, because this is what they look like over time. stuff gets stuck to them, they get scratched really easily, and they just look like crap. So the first thing we need to do on these 2 panels in particular is remove all of these accessories and other pieces before we paint them. All right, so let me show you guys the products that I got for this project. First, for the stripping of the old material, we originally were going to try oven cleaner, which I had read online works really well on the Supra panels, but apparently it leaves some kind of film on the panels and you don't want that. So another suggestion I got was to use LA's Totally Awesome, which I had never heard of, and I had to go to several stores to actually find this stuff. So apparently this, if you spray it on the panels, leave it for a few minutes, you can scrub off that old rubber material really easily with no sanding required. The only thing we'll have to rub it with is this, and these are steel wool with soap added to them, so that will help just get that material off the surface. We've got some drop cloths, some tape, and then of course the most important part, the paint that we're going to be using for this project. And I love using this Rust-Oleum flat black for the dash panels. I think it gives it a really nice finish. It's very close to OEM, and a lot of people like to use the SEM paint, but this is the one that I've been using for the last couple of years and I really like how it turns out. So take a look at my results and let me know what you think, and give this a shot if you like it. And fast forward, all of the dash pieces are ready for paint. We got them all down to bare plastic, and we also have all of the clips taped up on the back. We don't want to get paint on those. And let's get started. This is the home stretch. Ooh, it's already looking nice, and I just put a little bit of a dusting on it for the first coat. I just did the third coat off camera, and I just wanted to throw this in here for you guys. It's gonna look pretty wet and pretty bumpy on the surface when you do the medium or heavy coats at the end, but don't worry, it dries really flat and even. See, this just looks really bad, but trust me, watch how it turns out at the end. And the first 2 coats we did were really light. The third coat that we just did was kind of a medium coat, and I'm gonna let this dry for probably 10-15 minutes and then take a look at it and see if I want to do a 4th coat or not. I just remembered that I forgot to paint the button blanks, so I taped them up so only the part I want painted is exposed, and I'll hit these a few times.
Day 3.
All of the panels have pretty much dried and they all look really nice except for this one. It's a little spotty. I must have sprayed it from a little bit too far away on the last coat, so I think I'm gonna have to give this one another coat. All the other ones look really nice though.
Day 4.
One thing that's really annoying is this little area right here. You can see it's kind of discolored. There was this weird big glob of old dried up glue that I had to sand off, and it looks like it changed the finish a little bit, so the paint just kind of has a different color. You can only really see it in certain lights, so that's unfortunate that that flaw is there, but it still looks pretty good. It's weird, this towel that I just laid down is making it look like really green. It's just kind of a weird effect. Ah, yes, it's all coming together. Now, the one thing we have left to put back on these panels is this stupid thing. It goes right there around the keyhole. And I am gonna wait a couple more days and work up the courage to put this thing on, because this is easily the one thing that will mess up the paint that you just spent 4 days on if you're not careful, because you kind of just have to squeeze it in there and it will just scratch it. I scratched my one on my car when I was putting this thing back on because I didn't wait long enough, and I had to redo it. So I don't want that to happen. Also, thumbnail update. Things are not looking good, you guys. The entire nail from like here up is all white, like it was way too long, like it needed to be trimmed. But my nail is actually really short, and I even cut it a little just to make it look like I'm not disgusting and don't clip my nails. But I don't know. I look like I have toe thumbs now. This really sucks. I can't cut it any shorter because it's already really annoying as it is. All right, I got this thing put back on. The trick with this thing is to just wait a few days to put it on. Just be patient, because this paint, even though it might feel dry to the touch, it's still a little soft for at least 4 or 5 days after painting it. So just leave it for a while and then go ahead and put that thing on there just so you don't damage anything. All right, it's about time to throw all these on the car. One thing I wanted to show you guys is this little thing I picked up too. This is a 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter converter that I'm gonna use to hook up the microphone that was already installed through the A-pillar of her car, because when I tried to plug it into her new head unit the other day, it was too small. So hopefully this adapter will make it work. All right, here's the little adapter, and I was able to find the cord without taking the head unit out. So let me try this real quick and see if I can just plug it in blindly without taking the whole thing off. Once again, I'm working here in the dark, but everything is finished, all put back together. And I tested the microphone. I gave someone a call and they could hear me, so it works. The microphone is right here, going through the A-pillar and into the back of the head unit. So that adapter that I bought worked, and the dash pieces look awesome, but I'm gonna get some more footage of it out in the daytime so you can see it better. And like I said, we're gonna try and get her reaction to seeing it for the first time. All right, check this out, you guys. I haven't been able to do this for a while. I got both Supras together. We're at the storage unit and we came here to film a couple of videos, and I just want to get a shot of what the dash panels look like in the daytime. Now it's still pretty dark in here, but there you go. There's a nice look at them. Y'all want to know what's really annoying? I forgot to paint that piece. God damn it. And that does kind of matter because when the door is closed, it lines up with that piece. You can see it's all scratched up. It looks like crap. Look inside the switches there. Ah, man, that pisses me off. Oh well. That is really annoying. Huge rock chip on my bumper. Anyways, we did not get my wife's reaction on camera because I was going to pick her up from the airport in her Supra to show her dash pieces as a surprise. However, the day before her plane landed, it actually snowed. So there was a ton of snow on the ground the day that I had to go pick her up. And then of course, because of that, there was salt on the ground for like the next week. So there was no reason for us to go to the storage unit to get her Supra. And I just wasn't gonna wait another week for her to see it. So I just ended up telling her about it. I didn't record her reaction or anything, but she loved it. And this is how crazy our weather here is in Virginia. About a week ago it snowed, and then today it was warm enough to take the Target top off. So it just fluctuates like crazy here. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.